The GPD XP and the Odin Handheld are expected to release later this year. In this video, I just want to take a few minutes to go over the specification of each device and just pit them against each other to see which one is the better. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. So for the GPD XP, we have a Helio G95 processor with 6GB of RAM, 128GB of storage, a 7000 mAh battery, a 7-inch screen at a aspect ratio of 20:9. We have a ergonomic grip with a modular controller design. There's also a selfie camera on the screen, which I really do not like. I wish they left this out. Also, there is passive and active cooling in this device, so there's a fan on the inside. They have confirmed this, and the device will be shipping with Android 11. There's also a 4G SIM slot on the device for connectivity on the go. Now over to the Odin Handheld. For the base model and the Pro model, this will be using a Snapdragon 845 processor, and for the Lite model, we'll be using a Dimensity 900 chipset. The base model and the Lite model has 4GB of RAM, but for the Lite model, you can up that to 8GB of RAM. For the Pro model, you have 8GB of RAM along with 128GB of storage, and for the base and Lite, it starts at 64GB. 5000 mAh battery is on the base and Lite model, and for the Pro model, it has a 6000 mAh battery. The screen size on these devices are at 6 inches with a 16:9 aspect ratio. Also, for the base and Pro model, it will be shipping with Android 10, while the Lite model will be shipping with Android 11. Wi-Fi 5 is on the base and Pro model, but for the Lite, you have Wi-Fi 6, and it has also been confirmed that AYN are working on adding a combo TF slot. So what this means is that they're going to have a micro SD card slot, which can also house a SIM slot. So we will be able to use a SIM slot in the Odin Lite for gaming on the go. So the Dimensity 900 chipset that is in the Lite model, it does support 5G, so maybe we'll get 5G support on the Lite model. And for the price, we're expecting this to launch from anywhere from $165 to $250 for the models. For the GPD XP, however, pricing, we're expecting it to start at around $250, and it may be more than that. Now we're going to talk about the chipsets of each device, and we're going to compare them against each other. So let's talk about the Helio G95 versus the Dimensity 900 chipset. The Helio G95 is a few years old. It is also less powerful than the Dimensity 900 chipset. Dimensity 900 will be in the Lite model, and it's more powerful than the GPD XP, and will be coming in at a cheaper price. And AnTuTu scores put the Dimensity 900 well over 400,000, while the Helio G95 is barely hitting 3,000. I'll be leaving a screenshot of the AnTuTu and Geekbench screenshot, so you can take a look at it right there. As it goes for the Helio G95 versus the Snapdragon 845, you're going to see similarities here as before. The 845 is more powerful than the G95, and it's well optimized for Android games and emulators. I'll be leaving screenshots of the AnTuTu scores and the Geekbench scores right here as well. Now finally, I want to talk about the Dimensity 900 versus the Snapdragon 845. Now the Snapdragon 845 is a more optimized chipset. The Dimensity 900 is more powerful off the bat than the Snapdragon 845, but because the Snapdragon 845 is a more optimized chipset, you can expect better performance out of games and emulators at the start. But I expect this to change within the next 2 or 3 years. You can take a look at these screenshots to see what the CPU performance is like versus the 845 and the Dimensity 900. You can also have a look at what the Geekbench scores are like for these devices. So I don't want anyone to like underestimate the Dimensity 900 chipset, which is in the Odin Lite, because it is a very powerful chipset and it's coming with a lot of features such as Wi-Fi 6 and 5G support, which you won't get on any of the other two devices, the Odin Pro or the GPD XP. So as regards design, I think that the Odin has a better design and I'm very excited for it. The LEDs around the analog sticks and the outer edge of the device I think is very cool. It's a nice aesthetic and it shows that this device has been built for gamers. Passive and active cooling is also in the Odin and it seems to be pretty good because they're able to push peak performance out of the chipset on this device. So I have high hopes for the Odin Handheld and I'll be keeping a close eye on it. So a few more details have been confirmed about Odin over the weekend, such as key mapping software. They're going to have a cloud-based key mapping software. So what this means is that users can create profiles for different games or emulators and upload them to the cloud, and you can just go ahead and download them and add it to your game or emulator. What this means is that you won't have to go ahead and map keys yourself. You can just download a profile, try it out, and see how best it works. And I think this is an amazing feature, and I like that they're adding this in the key mapping software. So right now I just want to inform you guys, if you're interested in the Odin Handheld, you can go ahead and pick it up right now on Indiegogo. I have a link down in the description for you to do so. Go ahead and use my link to get the Odin device and support the channel so that we can get an Odin for review when this device launches. I'm just about to wrap up the video right now, but I just want to go over a few more key points. There has been a bit of banter between GPD and AYN. GPD has been saying some pretty nasty things about AYN and about how they got the Snapdragon chipsets. And what GPD has been saying, I'm not going to really go into it too deep, but I think it's pretty bad for the image of the company to be spreading rumors about a new company because you want your device to do better. And personally, I don't like that, and I've been seeing a lot of people in my comment section informing me about this. I also saw it on the Indiegogo page for the Odin Handheld. So I think GPD needs to be better at their PR and stop trying to shoot down their competitor, because from what I'm seeing right now, AYN is delivering a much better device at a better price. The GPD XP will sell because it's a trusted brand at this point. However, once the Odin comes out and reviewers start testing it and people see what it can do, then I think AYN will be the top dog in the Android handheld space. Now, yes, $200 is a lot of money for any gaming device. So I think if you're looking into getting into Android handhelds, gaming or stuff like that, I think the best thing for you to do is like pick up one of the light models. It starts at $165 right now on Indiegogo, so you're not really breaking the bank. That's cheaper than a Nintendo Switch Lite. So yeah, go ahead and pick that up, and we're going to talk about it once it launches. And I'm going to be keeping you guys updated. I have a dedicated video coming on the Lite, so you can expect that within a few days. And also, as new information comes out about these two devices, the GPD XP and the Odin Handheld, I'll be covering it and let you guys know about it as soon as possible. Once the device launches and I have it in my hand and I have it for testing, I'll need you guys to comment down in the comments and let me know which games, which emulators you want me to test, and I'll test those for you on the channel. So that just wraps it up for the video, guys. Again, use the link down in the description to purchase your Odin. Give the video a like, subscribe to my channel if you like what I'm doing. The quality of this video might not be the best and I do apologize about that, but I plan to fix that in the future. So subscribe, like the video, share the video with a friend who likes tech, and until then, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.